welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. The lighting right now is not the best. I don't feel like turning my ring light on. I like this like ambient blue lighting. It was just a quick intro that I wanted to give to say welcome to my makeup inventory for 2021. I will have up in this corner, as I normally do, have the information from what was in my collection, like the quantity in my collection last year versus the quantity that is in my collection this year, as well as I'm going to do like the kicker of adding like the value for each category. I think that would be an interesting thing to see as well, and we can watch the number decrease hopefully as the year progresses. But thank you guys for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Now here is my makeup inventory. I have 4 primers that I would consider in my collection here. I have the NYX Pore Filler Primer, which I am actively trying to use up. I have high hopes that I'll finish this up before our next inventory check-in. I have the Milk Makeup Blur Stick, which is my oldest primer by far in my collection. I have a Becca Backlight Priming Filter, which is one of my favorite primers of all time. Then this is the newest one in my collection. This is the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. It is a little bit of a tacky kind of gripping primer, and it does have a like vanilla mint like scent. It's really pleasant of a scent, but I don't think that they needed to put fragrance in this personally. Then I don't count these in my inventory. However, I do have these primers in my collection, just little sample ones. Foundation, I find it's just going to be easier if I just take my basket out and show you that rather than taking everything out and laying it down. So I have 8 foundations, and I don't know if you can see under here, I do have a sample card foundation. I doubt that this is going to provide any amount that will actually be a full face of makeup, but I'll try it out eventually. Maybe I should try that out next. But I have 8 foundations in my collection, and I don't know if anyone would count the 2 foundation mixers as actual foundations, but I have them, so I'm going to count them in this category. My liquid highlight category is pretty small, but I do count this as its own separate category because I love liquid highlights so unbelievably much. I have the Makeup Revolution Champagne Illuminating Drops, and then I have the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Moonlight. They're actually a pretty solid dupe. I know the Makeup Revolution is discontinued, which is very unfortunate, but I just want to give you guys a quick comparison of them. They are pretty darn spot on. I will say the Makeup Revolution one is a little bit more glittery, whereas the Cover FX one, there's just something how they do it. They just make it look like literal metal on your face. My concealer collection is, I feel like, small but mighty. I have 4 concealers. The only one that's like come and gone is one of these bareMinerals concealer, like loose concealer powders. In June, I had a shade called Bisque, and I used that up at the end of 2020, and I repurchased. This is one of my holy grail concealers. It's the bareMinerals Well Rested. I have Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Almond. I have a Bye Bye Under Eye in the shade Light Natural, and then I have a IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Pot in the shade Medium. I'm so happy to have all of these in my collection. Moving on to my setting powders, I have, I believe, 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I have 6 what I would consider setting powders or finishing powders. These 3 in the middle are more of the like traditional setting powders, whereas the ones that I consider like more finishing but still like can range in the setting powder category are Dim Light, Radiant Light, and Diffused Light. I find that Incandescent Light is just a little bit too sparkly-ish for me. These 3 are traditional setting powders. my setting spray collection has actually grown a little bit. I only had this one at the time of my last inventory, and so I purchased these two, and then this was sent as a gift with purchase. Influenster did send me this Hourglass Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray for review. I'm okay with this. I need to get through some before I buy more. Highlights are a bit of a overwhelming number in my collection, so I am gonna just tell you briefly that I have 21 highlights. That's including all of these ones right here, as well as Incandescent Light, which is in the middle right here. All 4 in my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. These 2 Dandelions Company ones that were gifted to me by Haley. These 3 Looksy Beauty ones that I bought, and then this Ofra Feeling Myself quad that is in actually discontinued packaging. So I'm going to briefly just kind of show you these a little bit closer so you can get an idea, but we're not overwhelmed. At least I have 6 pans showing in my highlights. Now I will say, where my highlights are extremely overwhelming, my bronzer collection is incredibly condensed. So I have the one Hourglass bronzer in Luminous Bronze Light. I have a Body Shop bronzer that is extremely orange in the matte coconut bronzer in 03 medium, and then I have a butter bronzer in the traditional just bronzer shade. This is a very manageable portion of my collection, and I am very thankful after looking at my highlights. So my blushes definitely have gone down in size, but it's definitely a category that is still a little bit too large for my liking. And that is kind of one of the focuses that I have this year, is to go through 2 of my full-size blushes, and that are these 2 here. This is Promise and Bare Radiance, both by bareMinerals. I do have the most right here of my bareMinerals blushes. I did manage to go through 2 of the like mini sizes, which were actually like half the amount of product that is in one of these. So I'm confident that I can actually go through these 2. I hopefully will eventually go through this. I don't think that day is going to be anytime soon. I'm hoping 2 can leave my collection. Maybe I can also pan this cream one at the same time as I pan this Bare Radiance one. But yeah, those are all of my blushes. So my lip liner collection isn't as humongous as I feel like some people's are. It's definitely, I feel like, larger than is really needed. Especially like a color like this, I don't really like. I bought this online. It was the shade that was swatched right there. It's just a super, super light, like cantaloupe-y kind of color, and I don't know how to make this work. I'm really hoping this year to finish up my MAC lip liner in Beat, and then possibly this LA Girl Perfect Precision lip liner in Bare. It's just another like brownie tone. This is the shade that I've been wearing almost every single time I wear lip liner. It's this one. Looks really beautiful under lip glosses and some other products that we'll talk about in a little bit. But yeah, I have 8 lip liners. It didn't grow that much from the last time we checked in. Lipsticks are a category that has definitely grown in size since the last time we checked in, and I'm looking at here, and I've grown my collection by 4, and it's been these 4 lip products. However, I do know that there was a point in time where I did not have this in my inventory because I didn't think it existed in my collection, and I recently found it. So I've used up a couple lip products this past year, which I'm very thankful for. I think I used up 3 lip products in 2020. Lip balm is the next category in my collection, and I'm not picturing one because I really just don't feel like going and grabbing it. It's just like a chapsticky kind of lip balm that I don't really like chapsticks, if I'm being quite honest. So I tend to not really use them. This one's unopened. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that kind of format for a lip balm, but I do really enjoy this Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I enjoy this Becca Hydra-light. I do find if I wear this at the office, you can definitely see the blue shift when I'm in front of like my computer monitor. So blue light, I think, does make this look a little bit more blue, but this was sent to me for review from Influenster, just in case anyone's curious. I have these 2 NYX Filler Instincts, which I adore these. The shade Sugar Pie is a little bit too deep for my liking, but oh man, Beach Casual, ooh, is that a beautiful shade. Then I have the lip balm, which I don't really care about. Then I have another one in my purse. And then I have the Supergoop Lip Balm SPF 30 with mint. I haven't tried this, and it's not going to be opened until probably summer. So there's that. Lip glosses are a category that hasn't grown a lot, but it's definitely grown, and I'm so happy to report that this little Fenty gloss is the oldest one in my collection, where I used to have so many disgustingly old ones. I think this one is 2 or 3 years old, which is extremely not, it's extremely young for like a comparison of what I was panning last year. I am currently working diligently to try to finish this up. And then I have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which actually came into my life within the past 6 months, or I guess in the past year, because this was in March. So these are the next oldest, then this. So this is in order of oldest to youngest of what's been in my collection. So not too bad. Honestly, this is not bad for me. This is a category that used to be excessively giant. And then I feel bad because I undecluttered this. I was going to gift it to Haley, and then I saw that she has a yellow. So I kind of am doing like a take backy kind of thing. So I did have this down to 9, and now we're at 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. So now we're at 8 eye primers, which isn't that bad. I don't even know if I would necessarily consider this an eye primer, but it is something that would prime, and it would be used on my eyes. I am so close to finishing this NYX glitter primer that I honestly am so excited to finish this stinking thing. It's been a long time coming. Cream eyeshadow is a category that didn't grow that much, or actually I think we went down in product. So I have these 4 Stila Shimmer and Glows. I have these 2 Natasha Denonas, and then I recently grabbed these 2. I have Ice Cream and Mint for You. Otherwise, I'm really happy, and I'm really trying to get these Stila numbers down. I don't know if it'll all happen within this year, but I did finish, I believe, 3 or 4 of these in 2020, so it's definitely possible that I can finish these guys up. I eyeliner is a category that I feel like I have too much of the same inside of it. However, I have such a hard time finding the will to declutter. So I have a nude eyeliner, I have a blue eyeliner, both of these are from Essence, a NYX Faux White in like a very soft lavender shade. I have a black eyeliner, a very, very, very dark brown eyeliner, and then I have 3 black liquid eye pens. Now I am currently using the Stila Stay All Day, and I have not quite opened up these two. This is the 𝙁𝙤𝙡𝙀, I believe, Heroin Make eyeliner, and then the KVD Vegan Beauty Tattoo liner in, I don't know what shade, Trooper Black. Mascara is a category that I feel like doesn't need to be excessive, but I feel like we're a little bit excessive right now. So I am currently using these two mascaras up, the CoverGirl Exhibitionist uncensored waterproof version, the Milani lash primer. I do count my lash primers in my mascaras. I have a Benefit They're Real mascara primer. Ulta actually accidentally sent this to me and they told me I could keep it. So this is just, I will eventually use this. I did not purchase this. And then the e.l.f. Keep Your Curl mascara. I've been waiting for this one to die. I thought that this was going to be on its last leg in December. So I picked this up in, I think, October, thinking like this was on its last legs. And it just keeps on giving. So my brow category is a little weird. I'm gonna be quite honest. So I count this giant thing in my brow category, and then I have like a normal person's brow product in my brow category. So this is the Ulta Beauty Brow Tint in Deep. This works amazing. A couple items that I didn't really have a place in a category initially, but we've since made a little category for them because I've obviously acquired a little more. So I initially had these 2 glitter gels that I didn't really know where to constitute them into my inventory numbers. And then I bought these space pastes on Mary Had a Little Pan over on Instagram's recommendation. She posted these in a story and I couldn't stop thinking about them for almost a month. So I picked them up and got like a 15-20% off on it. So I really enjoy these for inner corner. I don't really like these space pastes, but I can't, like Sailor Moon is so cute. I can't do anything decluttering with these. So these will just live in my collection, these two, but I will continue to use these ones. I enjoy the formula of these space pastes more than the Glitterily Obsessed by ColourPop. I'm not going to go too in-depth for this because I have a whole video swatching every single one of my loose eyeshadows except for the newest edition, which are these ABH glitters. I found these at Marshall's for $16. They are a 2019 holiday release and I just needed them. Now, I am not going to go over my eye palettes. I'm going to do a whole video like inventorying my eye palettes out. So I will just briefly say I have 36 eye palettes in my collection. Newest ones to my collection though are these 5 here. So I have the two Natasha Denona 28 pan palettes. I have my love of my life, the Natasha Denona Green Brown palette. I have the beautiful but not my favorite blue purple palette. I have the gorgeous Kaleidos palettes and this NBA Cosmetics. I don't remember the exact collection that this was. It was like Vida La Vida or something like that. It was like a Spanish, like New Mexico-y kind of theme. These 3 palettes up here, these 3 were all gifted to me by Haley. Haley, thank you so much again. I honestly cannot believe I have some soul sister like you in my life that spoils me so much. So I love you. But I just kind of wanted to highlight the 5 newest palettes that have come into my collection that have increased my inventory numbers in my collection. But if you do want to see a more detailed palette video, I am planning on doing a like palette inventory, and then kind of brand by brand doing my swatch my stash, where I'm going to be swatching the palettes out that way. So we can do Kaleidos, Natasha Denona, Juvia's Place, some of my, I guess I have 2 ColourPop ones we could do. So I am planning on doing that. And that concludes my makeup inventory. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys are staying healthy, sane, and safe, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!